Y'all know what time it is. It's story time. Go ahead and sit back, relax, grab your little snacks, and tune in for this tea. Before we get into it, like the video, leave anything in the comments, leave a chicken, you know it's my thing. Make sure you are subscribed so you can be notified when I post. Before we get into it though, I do have a jewelry company that I want to promote. I know promo ain't for everybody, so I'm gonna put the timestamp in the comments. You can skip ahead. You want to get straight into the story, all right? But for the ones that stayed, I thank you. I appreciate you. Let's get into it. Yeah, I want to tell y'all about Jeulia and their premium artisan jewelry. I want to tell y'all about a promotion that they have, or a new collection, shall I say. So let's just get into what comes in the box. First, you get this pamphlet about the jewelry, how to take care of it, how to make it last, and you know, things like that, because you need to take care of your jewelry like everything else in your life. You got to take care of it so it can last. Make it last forever. Okay, you get a little box. Not a box, you get a box, but this is the bag. Lord, you get a little bag in case you want to regift it. Cute little black bag. This is just a little like jewelry cleaner. It kind of looks like a glasses cleaner. It's just that, and you get a greeting card so you can be like, hey girl, you know, I was thinking about you when I ordered this. What's up? This for you. Tell me if you like it. Sincerely, yours truly. Write anything you want, okay? This is the box. It comes in a box like this. Also great for gifting. The first item is this necklace. And this is the midsummer collection. It's beautiful. I hope y'all can see that real good. Hold on. Y'all think this is a better view of the necklace. So this is the necklace. Is in 18 inches. I think purple is absolutely beautiful, first of all. I'm not usually a silver girl, but this is really doing it for me. If I was to put it on, 18 inches would, you know, stop somewhere around here. Maybe slightly lower there. I feel like this is a great necklace to stack. This is very stackable just because it is 18 inches. So you can do 16, 14 with that, or, you know, even like some type of choker like this, and then that, and then you're 18. So I really love this piece. Next, we have the earrings. They are butterflies, very beautiful. They do have that hint of purple. They have an extra dangle at the end. I really like these just because they're actual butterfly shaped earrings. Like, that's the shape of the earring, and I feel like this is just like a very elegant piece. You know, it reminds me of a brooch. I really like this. I do wish it was more purple instead of green so I can match it up real nice with the necklace, but we can work around that. We can work with that, you know. Super pretty. I love these. If you like any of these pieces, Jeulia is an exceptional option. Definitely check them out. I have a few customized pieces. You can get customizable pieces. Just realize that they take a little bit longer to ship, so be patient. But if you like anything that you've seen today, or you just want to check out their website, you want to get a customizable piece for your partner, your sister, your aunt, your mom, anybody in your life, then definitely head to the description, click the link, and find you your perfect piece, okay? Once again, that was Jeulia's premium artisan jewelry. And if you stayed, thank you so much. Let's get right into the story time. Let me tell y'all how I even remembered this. I'm in here moving, right? Mind you, when I look back, I just be thinking like, all these people I done help move out their house, their apartment. Y'all stop doing stuff for people that wouldn't do it for you, or wouldn't even stick around long enough to have a chance to do it for you. Cause girl, I'm in here moving, packing boxes, lifting heavy, girl, working out. My daughter had my phone, and she just watching whatever. She just doing whatever she do up in there, mostly playing with filters. So I be letting her get on my old Snapchat. I don't get on that Snapchat. It's people like, ooh. It's people like the girl that I'm about to talk about on there. It's people like my old roommates, people like Chelsea, girl, people like Dum Dum, you know, people, them type of people on there. So I don't get on there, but I do let my daughter play with my phone and use the filters, right? So that's what she was doing. Then girl, I ended up locking myself on my car. Her dad came to pick her up because it was just too much going on. My brain was in 50 different places, right? So yeah, I'm like, let me go ahead and check, because she didn't accidentally post it on my Snapchat before, playing around with the filter. She didn't actually accidentally posted it. People reacting, sending messages and all types of stuff. So I get on there to check that she didn't post nothing. So I'm just like kind of just scrolling through the stories, because I'm like, I don't care about I don't know, y'all. I'm just scrolling through the stories on there. I don't necessarily care about what people doing. Scrolling through the stories, I see the girl that I'm about to talk about in story time. Let's call her Lex. Let's call her Lex. I see Lex, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just save that for the end. But this is what made me think about her. I done helped her move before, right? So let's take it back. Let's take it back. Lex, somebody that just used to be around for real. I didn't necessarily know her personally, but she was around through friends of friends. Like the two friends that I had, and they were sisters, and they lived in my neighborhood. Ari and Jada, I think that's what I call them, Ari and Jada. I always used to go over there, me and my friend Chelsea. I don't know if I told y'all this story time, but I kind of feel like I did, just because I remember putting this certain picture up on the screen. I'll put it back on the screen. But this very night, Lex was there. We didn't talk, like we just, you know, was cordial, but she just used to be around, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And mind you, that was since I was, how old was I when that happened? Like 17, 18. That picture I just showed y'all, I was 17, 18 in that picture, okay? Not in this story time. That's what I was talking about. I was 17, 18 when that story time happened. I don't even know if I told y'all that one. So maybe, yeah, 17, 18. She was around for that long. So I remember my friend, I ain't gonna say who the friend is because y'all already think I go for too much. And that girl had played in my face and I was still cool with her after that. And this was like the aftermath, us still being cool. Like, we stopped talking, me and my friend. We stopped talking for a minute, then we got back cool. I went with her to go help Lex move all her stuff. Mind you, she called me up. She called a few other people up. I don't think they could do it, only because Lex was like, she didn't want a whole bunch of men or dudes knowing where she lived at, and she didn't have enough money to hire a mover. So I'm like, I mean, I guess I wasn't really doing anything to get up out the house. And that was a long ass time ago, right? That's pretty much how I got back in contact with Lex. From there, we have followed each other on social media. Fast forward like a year, we would talk a little bit here and there and stuff like that, you know, but we never really hung out. And mind you, I'm still cool with that same friend. I'm still cool with her. And she had invited me on a trip that Lex was supposed to go on because my friend was talking to Lex's brother. So it was supposed to be all them, and then she invited me to and a few other friends. It was basically like a big old group trip. And I told her, no, girl, it was too last minute. I had to work. I had a bunch of stuff to do. You know, I ain't had no job. I lied. I did lie. But you know why I lied? Because it's like, why are we going out of town when that 2020 situation is still fresh up in the air, you know, affecting people? Not mental health, girl, regular health, affecting their health. So I was like, no. And then every other state, like every state wasn't back open. Like, yeah, Texas opened up like a month after the 2020 situation happened. But because I don't think we could say that word. YouTube be tripping. But other states was just opening up slowly because, mind you, I had been out of town since then, and like Las Vegas wasn't all the way open, LA wasn't all the way open, like other states wasn't all the way open for real. And I'm like, that is not gonna be open, girl. What, you want to sit in the house? Girl, when I went to Vegas, all we did was get food, go to the casino because some casinos was open, and that's it. Go to the dispensary. That's it. It was very boring, very much a waste of money, but the ticket was cheap. So I feel like that's why she wanted to go. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool, right? I was still going out with my other friend. I call her Cece. We were still like kind of doing stuff around the city. So she was like responding and sliding up to my story like, oh, you ain't want to go out of town, but you going here, there, everywhere. I thought you said this. I thought you said that. Girl, mind you, I had already caught flights to LA and Vegas a few times. And I had already decided going out of town right now is not worth it for real. There's nothing to do when you get there for real. Like, I'm like, who all came? She was like, I'll fly you out. So-and-so came, da-da-da. Or you know what? I don't exactly remember what I asked her, but I'm like, yo, you with your man? And she was like, no, with my ex. So I'm thinking like, oh, Lex's brother did actually go out there. He flew out there with them on a group trip. I'm like, I don't want to be on a group trip with a bunch of people that I didn't know. If everybody that got invited went, I would only know my friend, and I would only know of Lex, because mind you, I ain't hung with Lex solo yet at that point. Like, she had invited me out and stuff, but I ain't go. I used to do shit for the plot, but I also, no. Out of town stuff gets sticky. We mostly DMing. I'm tapping through stories, y'all. Tap through Instagram stories like how I tap through Snapchat, because girl. So I noticed I kept seeing this flyer, and it only caught my attention because of how janky it looked. Y'all know when people make club flyers and then they'll like take your picture off of your Instagram and they'll like remove the background and slap you in the middle of the club flyer, and then they'll just take you off and then slap somebody else in the middle so they can repost it and just keep doing the same thing. That's what they was doing with this flyer. So I had seen the flyer. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody going back. Then I'm tapping like 3 more stories over to somebody else's story. That's the same flyer, except now old girl is gone and they slapped in the middle, and it's a random picture of her off on Instagram that don't even fit the flyer. I said, girl, this is ghetto as hell, right? So I come up on Lex's story. I'm tapping through her story, whatever. I see the same flyer. She posted that flyer. It probably was like a few hours ago when I seen it. And she slept in the middle just like everybody else. So I'm like, damn, it's gonna be a whole bunch of people hosting this little party, ain't it? Or this little club, whatever. So I didn't think nothing of it, right? So after I viewed it, tell me why. Like, maybe, I don't even know. I don't even want to call it 5 minutes. I want to call it 2.5 minutes later. At that point, I was going back and forth in a DM with my friend because she was trying to invite me, and I'm like dubbing her like, no. Next time. I kept telling her next time, and she was so irritated. But, and it's like, girls, you don't want to be on a trip, you don't feel safe, because she was alluding to stuff like that. Come home. I'm not finna go out there. Well, they gonna jump us both? Come home. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's her, and I'm finna tell her, girl, just bring your ass home. it's Lex DMing me this flyer. So I was like, LOL, girl, I keep seeing this. I said something like that. She was like, yeah, you should come out. And I'm like, you know what? The last time she invited me out, I told her next time. So I was like, damn, is this the next time? So I'm looking at the flyer. I'm trying to place what side of town is on. Mind you, ain't no address even on the flyer. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna skip this. It look janky. So if the flyer look like that, I can only imagine the hosting. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be available. I told her something like, you know. She was like, well, if you decide to come out, like my BF, mind you, she kept writing BF. My BF, my best friend told me, like, everything covered. He got us. Like, you ain't got to pay to get in. If you go before 9. No, if you go before, I think it was like 11. No, it was 10. If you go before 10, then it's free to get in. But we ain't got to pay anyway because we're going to be in the section if you decide to come out. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be available. Mind you, it's Wednesday. Everybody posting their flyers because Friday creeping up. And the thing was for Friday, right? So I was like, yeah, I don't know. She was like, okay, well, let me know by Friday. I said, okay, all right. All right, that's why, and I feel like that's why communication is key, because bitch, you cannot expect nobody to read your mind. I'm saying I don't know instead of no. So yeah, okay, that was that, right? Fast forward to that Friday, she hit me up again on Instagram. She was like, hey girl, if you decide to come out, like, we got to leave by this time, and you know, this, that, and third. Whatever. She's giving me like all these little bullet points, like, we need to do this, go to da-da-da with the section, da-da-da, you ain't got to pay for nothing, remember, everything covered though, da-da-da, it's BYOB, right? So I'm like, I thought I told your ass I wasn't coming. I ain't tell her I wasn't coming, but I just did not expect to go. Mind you, she's hitting me up on Friday. Every time I went out back in the day, well, 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I needed a fresh fit. I don't know why getting a fresh fit just made me feel like, it made me feel like, you ain't fresh as I mean, bitch, ho. I felt like Bow Wow, okay? I needed a fresh one. If not a whole fresh fit, at least fresh top or bottoms. Bitch, I will not be seen out in this twice. I don't know who I thought it was, because on top of that, I was pretty broke. So, I mean, not broke. At this time, I wasn't broke. I was more financially stable. But back in the day, girl, I was broke. I don't know who I thought I was, who I'm feeling like. But, yeah, so I'm like, damn, this is last minute as hell. She did hit me up early, and I did have, like, a piece of enough time to go run around the city and find something to wear, like, down Harlem or something like that. So I was like, who all going? Like, what time we heading out? This, that, and the third. She was like, I sent you the flyer, and I told you the other day we would be heading out around 8 o'clock. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know what? That's pretty early. The earlier we leave, the earlier we can leave, you know? Leave the club and come back home. I wasn't doing nothing. That was my free weekend. I was just gonna lay around and watch the Ozark. So I told her yes, but she just kept like, oh, well, how long you think it's gonna take? Like, da-da-da. Like, you low-key trying to rush me. Hello? Ain't we meeting there, ho? So yeah, she rushing me and stuff, and I'm like, you know, I only need about this much time, and I'll be ready by 8 o'clock, no worries. You still trying to keep it cute and whatever. So we texted throughout the whole time I'm getting ready, doing my hair and stuff. And mind you, I did run around the city, but I ain't find none. So I'm like, I'm just have to wear something that I already wore. The whole time we texted, update, right? So I told her to send me the address. She was like, the address is on the flyer. I said, no, the address is not on the flyer. Can you send me the address? The address was not on the flyer. The address said address, semicolon, TBA, to be announced, or TBD. It was one of them. To be announced, to be determined. Y'all ain't got no address for this? Because, like, every time I asked her something, I felt like she was kind of getting smart, but you can't judge shit over text messages, right? So every time I asked her something, she was like, it's on the flyer, or I told you already, or this, or that. Like, I'm like, girl, well, can you tell me again? How it slipped my mind? Shit. So she was like, the address on the flyer. I'm like, the address say to be announced on the flyer. So she was like, oh, my bad, I'm gonna shoot it to you, just give me a minute. Okay, cool. So I'm getting dressed, I'm waiting around like, okay, I'm not leaving this house till you shoot me the address. And when she didn't text it, I sent her question marks, because girl, I already asked you once, I'm not gonna ask you again. I forgot the exact words that she asked me, but she basically asked me if I could pick her up. And that's, girl, if my makeup, hair, and I wasn't dressed, if none of that was done, I would have got back in the bed. Hold on, make me get back in the bed. That's what I kept saying to myself. This gonna make me get back in the bed. She gonna make me get back in the bed. I'm not gonna play with her. I'm about to get back in this bed. I'm like, where you stay at? And she was like, Ascension on the Bayou. I'm gonna just say where she really lived at, because, or is that what it's called? Yeah, that's what it's called. Because, girl, I'm finna move. By the time y'all see this, I'm gonna be out of here. So I'm like, okay, I can pick you up. That's like 12 minutes away from me. Girl, I pulls up. I let that girl know that I was outside like she told me to do. Maybe like 2 short minutes passed by. No, it was a little bit longer than that. I was waiting for like a little minute. I was scrolling through Instagram. So yeah, all of a sudden I hear like, and who is even in this car? Who is that? Who car is it? Da da da, blah blah blah. So next thing you know, I unlock my door because I see Lex walking up, and she opened the door, and she with a friend. She got an extra friend with her. I said, oh God, not her bringing a friend. But it's cool. You know, I wasn't really tripping in the moment. I was just kind of thrown off like, oh, she, not once was she like, oh, we this, we that, right? So the friend was like, no. So I said hi. And the friend was like, hi, who are you? Bitch. What happened to hi, hello, how are you? Whatever the fuck Sheree said. I said, hi, I'm Lex friend T, Tatiana. So she was like, oh, okay, friend, I ain't never heard of you, but okay, friend. Like, you know, just like little smart stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, this Lex friend for real. This probably who she act like or something. I don't know. I'm like, yeah. You know, because she act just like Lex. It was just like real, I don't know, I guess maybe blunt, but it's like, girl, I don't know you or your personality. I don't know if this shade or not yet. Warm me up to this. You got to warm people up to your personality. I mean, always be yourself, but girl, you got to, you know, I done been through too much, ho. Hold up. So she get in the car. She sit down. Mind you, friend is still leaned up in the car. And she just saying little stuff like, okay, well, how long you know next? Because I ain't never heard of you. And I'm just like, is this, is you 50 Cent? You finna ask me 21 questions? Or you finna get up in this car so we could go? Don't we gotta be there at a certain time? Hello? And Lex was like, yeah, this is so-and-so friend. She said my friend name. And she was like, so-and-so friend? Well, where is so-and-so? And I was like, oh, she out of town. She out of town with your brother, matter of fact. And Lex was like, what? And her friend said what too? Like, why y'all both shocked? Like, you know my friend messed with your brother, so why y'all both shocked? But you know what? Now that I think back, Lex did keep saying how her brother was gonna pull up too, right? She was like, yeah, me and my BF and my brother, like, they got us. They gonna make sure we straight. Like, they got us. Like, I love going out with them. She was just saying stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay. So I guess maybe she didn't know. At the time, I'm thinking, oh, maybe her brother didn't tell her he went out of town. So yeah, we was just talking and stuff, and the friend, she started giving Lex the be safe speech. We ain't never too old for the be safe speech, but I'm like, is she not gonna get in the back seat? Like, I thought she was coming too. Like, I don't know. I was just like, she was like, watch your surroundings and stop getting in the car with just any old body. Like, stop meeting strangers and da-da-da. I'm thinking, like, did this hoe just call me a stranger? I've been knowing of Lex for years. We've been following each other on Instagram for years. I mean, I guess you don't know somebody just off of that, but like, we knew each other. I wasn't no complete stranger like that. That was our first time linking in real life. Like, a one-on-one, because mind you, she had been around at social gatherings, but like, we never like talked to each other like that. So I'm like, girl, I'm not no stranger though. So yeah, she was like, stop getting in the car with strangers. You always with somebody. Like, she just kept saying the same stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't care. So at that point, I'm like, okay, she not coming, right? So she said something. I asked her something. I'm like, okay, have a good night, and she closed the door. I said, oh. We just talking, right? And I'm telling her to pull the address up on the GPS because she never gave it to me. So she was like, yeah, all right, I'll pull it up. And I'm like, ooh. I'm like, I'll put the music on. I connected my phone and put the music on. But in between that, I don't even know how it came up for real. But she was like, oh yeah, because you know what? I was like, oh, she not coming with us? I thought she was coming with us. That's why she came out here. She was like, no, oh, yeah. She was like, the girl said something. I'm talking too fast. I'm sorry. I be getting excited. The friend said, I said something to the friend, and the friend was like, I can't remember. I was like, oh, you're not coming? Or something like that. Before I said, have a good night. And she was like, I don't party with kids. Or something like that. I'm like, why she think we kids? That's what I had asked Lex when she had walked off. And she was like, girl, because she old. She talking about, she always say she don't party with kids. I'm like, well, how old is she? She said 46. I said, oh, you could have fooled me. Shit, no later than 28. At the time, no later than 28. She looked 28 to me, mind you. I don't know. She looked good, okay? So I was like, oh, okay. And then I later found out that was actually her sister. That wasn't her friend. But the whole time I'm thinking it's her friend. So I'm like, now she hanging out with 48-year-olds. Okay, cool. Shit. I don't judge, girl. I always attract older friends. So, mind you, we on the way and stuff. And I was telling her how so-and-so, I'm gonna just call my friend. So, no, I'm gonna call her my friend. I'm like, yeah, my friend is out of town. Like, did she tell you? She was like, yeah, she invited me, but I couldn't make it, that it was too last minute. I'm like, yeah, it was too last minute for me too. I can't drop everything and just go. Mind you, she can't either, but somehow she did it. So I was like, yeah, no, I wasn't going. But she said she don't want to stay. She want to come home and this, that, and the third. And I kept telling her to come home and whatever, because it was like a lot of drama going on out there. So she was like, oh, she ain't tell me that. She ain't tell me that. I'm like, girl, yeah, she gonna tell you when y'all talk, whatever, right? So we pulls up, mind you, we was shooting to get there before 8 o'clock. Liquor store closed at 9. So I shoot right to the liquor store. I got that bottle of Henna, and we was I'm talking about Henna. Okay, sorry. You know, the whole time I was thinking, where is the GPS taking us? Because it's like 2 minutes away, or no, maybe 3 minutes away. Where is the 3 minutes away coming from? Like, are we all of a sudden finna be in like the club district or something? Or, you know, they be having like little random lounges and stuff in certain parts of town, but this was nothing over here. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of back in the college days, right? They would get them abandoned buildings. Well, they looked abandoned, but they was in like the middle of nowhere. That was all yonder, and they would just like set up. It would be very, very janky, and you would go up in there, you know, pay your little $5, your little 10 maybe, and have a time. It was BYOB and all that type of stuff, right? That's what that reminded me of, except for we creeping up on like this empty looking ass parking lot. It looked abandoned, like a little strip. Y'all remember, ooh, if you from Houston, y'all remember down West Timer, where that Uptown, was it an Uptown Beauty or Beauty Empire? It was that big ass Beauty Empire across the street from Papa Do's and across the street from Cane's, right? On West Timer. And now it's West on West. So we got that big wow sign out there, and they build it up. It's like the Asian markets and all them type of cute little places. It's cute now. But before that was there, girl, it wasn't nothing but a beauty supply and a bunch of abandoned buildings, okay? Because I used to go up in them buildings. I told y'all I like adventure. So I would go over there, go to the beauty supply, then I would walk down the strip and like tug on the doors to see if they open. And some of them would open. I would go up in there. It was just abandoned and gutted out. So that's what this was looking like. I said, ain't no way. But mind you, the parking lot full. People outside parking lot pimping. They got people outside taking money to park. People at the door. It's a line. It's a little line because we early. But I said, no, what the hell is this? And mind you, we north side adjacent. So I don't know. And keep in mind, I use GPS all around my city. So where we was exactly, I don't know. But I wasn't feeling it, hoe. So I said, girl, where we at? This look kind of janky. She was like, nah, this is good, girl. This is good. I'm like, no, you know, I feel like I've been here before because I used to go to all type of places like this back in the day. She was like, you been here before? I'm like, yeah, I really think I've been here before. And it was real janky if this is what I'm thinking about. She was like, well, what was the hosting called? I'm like, this place only do hostings? Like, this was never a real club because I thought it was a real club. She was like, no, this is only hostings. Like, only, you know, it's like, how can I explain it? It's like one of them pop-up things, you know? Like a pop-up hosting, not a pop-up shop, but a pop-up hosting, a pop-up club. You know, why am I doing this? Sorry. I'm parking. I'm driving, trying to find a spot. And I'm trying to think. And she talking like, let me text my BF. Like, mind you, she literally verbally says BF. And it was throwing me off at first because I had never heard nobody say BF. What, maybe like, let me text my BFFL. No, girl, that's text message talk. Like, you know, that's DM type of talk. So I had never really heard nobody say that verbally in a conversation. She was like, yeah, let me text my BF because da-da-da. So I'm like, why don't she just say boyfriend or my nigga or my dude? Let me text my dude. So yeah, she going on and I'm really trying to remember, have I ever been here before? Then it clicked to me. I'm like, girl, this is where me and so-and-so came, my friend, back in the day. We came here back in the day and it was janky and we left out like maybe we stayed for 30 minutes because bitch, it was crazy. She was like, what? No, how long ago was that? When did y'all come? What happened? I'm like, it was a minute ago, girl, but yes, it was janky. It was this, it was that. She was like, what happened though? What happened? She's just going on and on about how her BF got us. And I'm just like, girl, at this point, what is his name? I'm like, girl, we pulled up. We went up in there. It was janky. It looked abandoned on the inside. It looked like somebody just set up DJ equipment. They probably stole it, girl. Then they had the buffest niggas they knew out. They probably stole them safety vests and they was like pretend paying for people to park. Because you know, anybody in Houston, like Houston is scam city. People will hold up a sign or get a safety vest, a random safety vest, and take your money for parking. You come out your car gone because they was not like the parking lot attendant. They will pretend. So I was like, girl, it was very janky. We left. Then we get outside. They threaten to pop people. They get the fuck. Bitch, first of all, if I tell you a story, if I tell you something that happened, I'm very dramatic. I'm doing every movement. I said my friend grabbed my hand, so I'm grabbing her hand. I said she pulled me. I pulled it on a little bit. We ran to the car, so I'm, ducking. I said, bitch, I felt like I had to duck and dodge. Like, and then mind you, it was like north side type stuff. And you know how the north side gets? She was like, what? I'm from the north side. North side ain't that bad. Oh, you crazy. So I'm just doing all that. And I'm like, yeah, we finna leave after this. So yeah, I get to reach for my little seatbelt. I said, yeah, girl. After I'm done, I leans back. Yeah, girl. Cause I don't know. I don't really be doing all that. I'm buckling up. This hoe gonna say,
I don't think that's that bad. Like, no, my BF wouldn't invite us if it was crazy. Then my brother gonna be here. They got us covered too. Then they got a section. It's gonna be cool. Like, I've been to one of these events. Da 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 da.
Oh, I said, let me unbuckle my damn seatbelt. I said, yeah, she gonna want to put that little seatbelt on. She said, no, that's girl. That's just what come with it. Like, I've been in, girl. You know, I've been here, there, everywhere. I'm from the north side. Like, I'm from Greensport. I love Greensport. Girl, I said, okay, that's all you gotta say. Shh, be quiet. The whole time I'm thinking, like, girl, why is you always on the Southwest if you love Greensport? Because every time I seen her, it was something on the Southwest or somewhere in the suburbs. So, yeah, I was just like, okay, whatever. She clearly want to stay. So, she was texting her BF, right? So, I'm like, what your BF say? No. I ain't say BF. I said, what your boyfriend say? Because BF just sounds stupid to me. So, I'm like, what your boyfriend say? She was like, huh? I said, what your boyfriend say? So, I'm like, didn't you ask your boyfriend if, like, how long it's going to be? Or, I mean, didn't you tell him that we outside? That's what I said. And she was like, no. So, I'm like, I thought you was texting your boyfriend to let him know that we was outside. She was like, no, I'm texting my best friend. I was like, oh, this whole time you was talking about your best friend. Because mind you, when she initially told me, I don't even know if I said this. I was thinking no, because she was like, yeah, my BF got us. We typing in a DM, and she just kept saying stuff about her BF. I'm like, nah, because I don't want to throw a wheel. That was my whole thing for saying no. But she kept saying, oh, just come out. It's going to be fun, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I ended up coming out. But the whole time I'm thinking she talking about her dude. So I'm like, oh, I'm slow. I'm like, I'm slow. No, she's slow. Long story short, she texted him. He not responding. So I'm like, why don't you just call him? She was like, he not gonna answer. I feel like when somebody's in the club and you call them, it's not for them to answer so y'all could talk. It's to bring attention to their phone. Their phone gonna light up. Obviously gonna look at it. They're gonna be like, oh, I got a missed call. Oh, 14 missed text messages. I wonder who that could be. So they're gonna open their phone and view it, right? So I'm like, just call him. She was like, he's not gonna answer if he in there. He not gonna answer. So I'm like, okay, guess we're gonna sit in the car. So I get to pull me up a shot because, girl, next thing I know, the parking lot attendant, because to me, everything was just so janky. I don't even know if there was real parking lot attendants. You know what, there probably was. But, yeah, he come out, he asking. So I let down the window, and she was like, I got this. I'm like, okay, shit, she finna finesse it. We finna get this shit for free. So he was like, 15 to park, 15 if you want to park. No, he said 20 if you want to park right here, 15 if you want to park down there, like in the back, towards the back. So she was like, I thought it was free. No. My friend, let's just call him Nick. Nick got us covered. Nick so-and-so got us covered. And he was like, I don't know nothing about that, but it's 20 right here and 15 in the back. So she was like, but we here for Nick so-and-so. We here, he's hosting. He's one of the hosts. Mind you, she was one of the hosts too, the quote-unquote host. That's why I say these type of shits is janky, because that don't mean nothing. That absolutely means nothing. And on top of that, she wanted to get there early just in case we did have to go in and pay. But even if we, what was it? It was something like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but she wanted to get there early just in case so we could get in for free. But either way, she said we was going to get in for free because she was one of the hosts and she had a section. Either her or her best friend, I was going to say boyfriend, her best friend could get us in. And he had the wristbands, so we had to wait for him to come get us out. So, yeah, she was like, no, I wanted the host. Da-da-da. He was like, no, nothing about that. $20. See, he just kept saying $20. She was like, no, we here for so-and-so. She was mad. She was getting irritated. So I'm like, okay, well, you can't do 15. Like, can you do 15? He was like, no, it's 20. I'm like, okay, but I only have 15. She was like, well, you need to move your car to the back. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. So I just paid for parking because it wasn't working, okay? I'm not a finesse. I'd be like, okay, all right, you said 20? You want 22? Just because I tried to negotiate? Okay, I give you 22. I paid for parking. She's so mad that we had to pay for parking. She was like, no, because he was supposed to get us. Y'all know, wait, y'all know, I don't even know if this has happened to any of y'all, but in my experience, when I go out and I pay for something that somebody said that they was gonna handle or have covered for me, they always like overcompensate by talking shit like, nah, cause I don't even roll like that. I don't get down like that. Shit be covered. Like, I really be having motion out here. Like, stuff be covered. Like, nah, I don't ever have to pay no other time. So why I gotta pay this time? Don't worry about it, friend. I got you, friend. I'm gonna get you on the back end, friend. So she was just doing all that, and I'm like, girl, okay, all right. So I'm just listening to her. So I'm like, well, what your best friend say? What he say? So she was like, he ain't text back yet. He ain't say nothing. You know, he probably up in there doing his thing because, you know, he the host. So I'm like, I don't care what he doing. Everybody be having their phone in their hand, okay? Everybody. So, and mind you, it's been a cute minute. I'm talking about 30 minutes. We sitting outside so long to the point where we done missed the free entry at this point. We was sitting out there so long. because first of all, I didn't even know it was that far. If I did, we would have left even earlier to get there, because like I said, it's north side of Jackson. So we missed the free entry. Now I'm thinking, okay, we might have to pay to get up in here. So I'm like, oh, you free entry end at this time, and if we would have actually stood in line by the time we would have got up there to enter, it would have been over. So I'm like, you want to just go get in line, because let's just at least try to make it. She was like, no, we don't gotta pay either way, let's just wait. So I'm like, okay, we waiting in the car, we talking. She pulls out a black. When did you get that black? I don't know, maybe in the liquor store, but I don't know. Maybe she carries it in her purse, I don't know, because she had a lighter too. So I'm like, can you step out my car? Because at this time I did not smoke. Did I? No, I wasn't smoking like that. I did have a little moment that I'll tell y'all about later, but girl, I wasn't smoking like that, and I didn't want my car to smell like that either. So we both like step out the car and we close the door, so we just talking. The parking attendant, a different parking attendant, comes over. He was like, hey, did y'all already pay the park? It's 20, is this, is that? So I'm like, no, we paid the park already. Mind you, what I didn't notice was the parking attendant didn't give me a little ticket to put in my windshield when he took my money. And that's why I thought the shit was janky. So I'm like, I swear to God, I just paid him, da-da-da-da. He was like, well, you don't have no ticket. Like, where your ticket at? I'm like, he didn't give me one, but I swear to God. And people be thinking I'm crazy, but this is exactly why I be recording people when it's parking situations like that. I will get your face and everything because I paid you. I'll record you taking my money. I've done that plenty of times. So the dude was like, nah, all right, well, I'm gonna go find him. What he look like? So I told him, I described him, and I'm like, well, bring him back over here, because he know that I gave him that money. Like, he can't lie, right? I damn near wanted to go with him. So I'm just like irritated, because I'm like, oh, they trying to get over. This is some janky ass shit. I ain't paying no extra $20, da-da-da-da. So girl, I'm over here working my stuff up. I'm like, can you call your best friend? You don't want to call your best friend? She like, girl, just wait. He gonna call back. He doing his thing up in there. Just chill. We gonna get in. He got us. He got everything covered. He got us. So I'm like, well, why we need to wait outside? Why can't we just get in line and go in and then ask for him at the door? She was like, well, I don't know. Maybe we could. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, let's do that, girl. So mind you, we had to wait for the parking attendant to come back over. He come back over. And he come back with a ticket. I was ready to go full force at his ass, because don't try to play with me. I hate when people try to play me like that. Like, get over, you know, try to scam. I done been scammed too many times. So he was like, all right, you got it here, whatever. Because I'm like, what'd he say? What, on 10, as soon as he walked up. And he was like, you got it here, put it in your car. Just remember the ticket next time. No, he need to remember to give it to me. Girl, I was on his ass. So anyway, long story short, we end up going to stand in line, right? Mind you. Oh, no, not yet. So we go and stand in line. When we creeping up to the front, I'm like, your best friend still ain't saying nothing? She's like, no. Girl, we're creeping up on an hour. This man is ignoring you at this point. He's not busy. He's ignoring you. So I'm like, go watch his Instagram story. I don't think he had posted nothing or something like that. I don't know. So we get to the door. She was like, we here. I'm a host. I'm hosting. I'm here with Nick so-and-so. Like, call him. Can you call him? Because he got our wristbands and shit like that. Because we got a section. He was like, well, I don't know nothing about that, but it's this much. It's like, it was like 15 to get in. So she was like, but I just said I'm hosting. He was like, it's a few hosts tonight. Like, everybody still got to pay. If you ain't got no section or somebody waiting to come get you, it's 15 to get in. Da-da-da-da. Let me just see your ID, check your purse. Mind you, he's sitting down unbothered, not a lick of an emotion. Lex is like, what is? What not? No, I'm hosting, because I'm hosting. We get in for free. We ain't got to pay. That was the thing. I was asked to be a host. I was asked to be here. And I was just like, ooh, she going off. So I'm like, well, can you call the person that we looking for? Can you call him? He was like, I don't know none of that. I don't know who that is. Da-da-da. He was not with the bullshit. He didn't even feel like getting up, you could tell. So they going back and forth. And Lex is like, you know, I don't know. She just kind of getting disrespectful, right? Not disrespectful for real. No. She's just going at him like, do your job. Like, can you just go get him? Can you do your job? And he was like, you know what? All right, you two, step to the side. Just step to the side. So we step to the side. And mind you, we step to the side where we like close to the door. Like, we like straight shot to the entry. So we waiting for somebody to come get us, right? So we just standing there. At this point, we standing there so long, girl. My arms is crossed, my hip is popped, my leg is hurting. I'm huffing and puffing because at this point I'm getting irritated. Why won't you just call your friend? If we're waiting on him, just call him. I didn't understand. So we just standing there. And she was like, well, do you know how much longer it's going to be? Like, how long is it going to take him to get us? Mind you, at first, the person at the door, the dude at the door, he was ignoring us. And then she was like, do you know how long it's going to be? And he said, for what? She was like, for you to call Nick so-and-so or at least get a manager because I'm a host. We have wristbands and da-da-da. They just got to come bring it to us and get us. He was like, he wasn't saying shit for real. Basically, he said something like, I ain't finna argue and go back and forth. Y'all don't want to pay, so y'all get out my line. I got y'all about my line. He said something like that. So I'm like, what? The whole time I'm thinking he told us to step to the side because I don't know. You know what? Now I think about it, he ain't notified nobody. He didn't get up. He didn't tell nobody, hey, go get the manager. Go get Nick so-and-so. See if a Nick so-and-so is in there because he got guests at the door. He didn't do none of that. So we was just standing off to the side, not in line, just wasting time. The dudes in line was like, yeah, ain't no free rides, ain't no free rides. You gotta pay to play, little mama. You gotta pay to play. Da-da-da. At this point, we look like two bum bitches on a curve. So I'm like, we not trying to, we got a section. Lex was like, mind your fucking business. Mind your business. You don't know us. Da-da-da. So she going back and forth. I peeped the line is crazy long now. It's crazy long because he said something like the dude at the door that was checking everybody person ID and like letting them in. He said something like, if y'all want to get in, y'all could pay, y'all could get back in line and wait, or you could go on or something like that. So I'm like, damn, this line is long as hell. So I'm like, girl, what you want to do? At that point, I was ready to go. So I'm like, girl, what you want to do? She was like, I'm not standing in no line. I'm not standing in that line. We have a section. I'm a host, right? She just kept screaming she was a host. Like somebody was going to walk up and be like, you a host? Girl, get up in here. You was a host. Get in here. Girl, nobody cares. She just kept screaming, I'm a host. I'm hosting. Nobody cares. I'm sure 25 other people was hosting that night too. Please. At one point, these dudes was like mid-line. He was like, y'all want to come in with us? We got you. Come in with us. So we crawl under the thing because they had this fake rope. So we crawl under that. And you heard some people like, nah, ain't no slipping. Why they skipping? You know, you heard a few people, but we ain't caring shit. So by the time we got up to the front, y'all know what this nigga said? The dude at the door. He said, y'all could go in, but they can't come in. They not getting in.
Hello, police?
At this point, I felt like dude at the door was just being petty. He was being petty because Lex just kept talking shit. She would not stop. She would not be quiet. So she just kept coming at him. So when we had finally got up there, she was like, yeah. You see how we do it? Real motion. Or, you know, just saying little things. I don't even think she said motion. She said real context and connects. I don't know what the hell said. But it's just like, just stop. Now, the dudes can go in and we can't. He was like, I told y'all could go stand in line. Y'all didn't stand in line. Da-da-da-da. So I'm like, oh my God, he hate us. So he was like, y'all could step back to the side and go stand in line if y'all want to come in. And it's going to be the same price. Right? So we stepped to the side. I crawl under the rope. Like, I go under the rope. She was like, I'm not getting out of this line. I'm not getting out of this line. Eventually, she get out the line. So we just standing there looking stupid again. And I'm like, oh my God, let's just go. I'm like, girl, let's just go. If your friend not texting back, let's just go. She was like, he gonna text back. It's been about 2 hours. That man is not texting back. He do not want nothing to do with you. He didn't even want you to show up to host, okay? You was just invited just because at this point. Because, girl, how is this shit not irritating? She irritated with the wrong people. She was like, she was just saying stuff like, I know you was lame in school. Are you going to get a raise for that? Are they going to pay you extra money for that? So I'm just like, girl, fuck him. Let's just go. Fuck him. So after I started saying, fuck him, he was like, he told the dude, I think it was a lady. There was a lady, like, at this girl, and calling her a lady is a stretch, okay? She looked like she was cosplaying a grown-up. She was at this booth thing, and they was taking the money. And he was like, tell so-and-so we got 2 intoxicated women, and they need to be removed from the premises. You calling security on us? I said, damn, what the fuck did I do? We get to walking back to the car. Mind you, she had set her purse on the ground. Keep that in mind. Why would you sit your purse on the ground? Mind you, it was a Chanel, but I thought naturally that's a dupe because you sitting it on the ground. That's not a real Chanel purse. So she picked up her stuff. We walking back to the car, right? So we talking mess the whole way. We just standing outside because there was dudes just standing outside and people was talking to us like, what happened? I can get you in, man. Come roll with us. Da-da-da-da. So we like, nah, fuck this. Fuck, it's lame in there anyway. We lying like we went in. We ain't even go in. I'm like, it's janky as hell. They got 2 seats and 1 piece of chicken. I don't know. I was just saying shit. So yeah, finally, y'all, next thing I know, somebody's like hugging on her, and it was her brother. So I'm like, wait, I said if 1 + 1 is 2 and 2 + 2 is 4, what the fuck is this? Because I thought her brother was out of town with my friend. So when my friend told me that she was with her ex, I just assumed that it was Lex's brother. It's somebody else. And thinking back, that's why she had reacted like that when I had first told her about it with her sister. So So yeah, it was her brother, and she get to giving her brother the rundown. Her brother was like, man, I get you in, da-da-da, you know, this my shit, right? Long story short, the brother ended up getting the sin. But when we had went in there, since we had already went back to the car and we had put our stuff down in the car, right, I had to go back outside for the bottle. So I'm telling Lex, like, come with me to the car, I'm finna get the bottle. She was like, no, I'm gonna stay right here, but we not gonna move, we gonna be right here. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna run in and out, chancing it, because I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to get back in. But I went to the car, get the bottle, and I go back in. They is not right there. She's talking about, we gonna stay right here. Right here is where we gonna stay. We're gonna be literally right here. Girl, I was in and out. So why did you move in the 2 seconds that I left? So I'm looking for her. I'm like, oh God, please. So I get to calling her, because in my head, if I call you, your phone's gonna light up, because I had texted her before. Then you're gonna see my text message and tell me where you are. So she wasn't answering, nor was she texting back. So I go to the bathroom and I get myself together, because I'm like, oh Lord, I will go sit in the car, because the whole time after everything we just went through, I don't want to be there no way. Like, my alcohol wore off. I don't feel like getting re-tipsy, re-turned. I'm just gonna go to the car, right? So eventually, when I had came out the bathroom, I ended up seeing her brother, and he walks me over to where Lex was, and she was in that section that we was just so pressed to get to, right? So we got over there, bitch, Lex face down, ass up, having a good ass time. We did have a good time that night, I ain't gonna lie. By the end of the night, mind you, best friend never showed up, and by the end of the night, Lex was smacked. She was done for. She was toe up. So she wanted to ride back with her brother, because I'm like, maybe she like thinking about what her sister told her, and don't get in the cars with strangers, and don't da-da-da, right? So she said she wanted to ride back with her brother. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, like whatever. And I'm like, you sure? Because if we come together, we leave together. She was like, yeah, I'm sure, I'm cool, I want to make you go all out your way. So I'm like, okay, cool. We walk her back to the car. I make sure she cool. She got all her, well, I didn't make sure she had all her stuff, because girl, she ended up losing her damn purse. But I leave after that, right? So next day, fast forward the next day. Well, I feel like I'm leaving something now. Hold on. I call in and check on her just because I knew how fucked up she was. So I call and check on her. She was like, girl, bitch, I was just gonna call you. Did I leave my purse in your car? Did I leave my purse in your... I'm like, no, girl. There's nothing in my car but that bottle of the Hennessy. That's it. That's all. She was like, well, somebody stole my purse. Are you sure it's not in the car? Because remember, we had went back to the car and we put all our stuff in there. Da-da-da. So I'm like, I could go check. I'll look under the seats and stuff. But girl, you had your purse in the club. I'm sure of it. Girls always something. Them next morning debriefs be something crazy. We get back on the topic of best friend. I'm like, where did best friend go? She was like, that nigga still haven't hit me up, fuck him, da-da-da. Later on, we found out he just didn't come. He just didn't show up. And I felt like that was kind of weird, because he could have just said, hey, I ain't gonna make it, I ain't there, ask for so-and-so, whatever, to get your section or something. But that was strange, because the other people that was hosting, they was in that section that we ended up being in. So we could have asked for somebody else, long story short. That was weird. Just say that. Before we got off the phone, she was like, girl, yes, are you coming out tonight? We going here, we doing this, da-da-da. Huh? Girl, no. I'm not gonna do all that just for 45 minutes of fun. Sorry. But I really did have other plans that day, because I was chilling with my friend CC. You know, we would have the girl that did Forex and all that extra stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, because I'm gonna cut out what I said about the other thing. I'm gonna just cut that out, because I ain't trying to, you know, confuse y'all. Anyway, y'all like the video, leave anything in the comments, and make sure you are subscribed with your bell notifications on. I am having a wig sale, so check that out. Like I said, it's in the description. And yeah, I'm gonna be putting more wigs on there too, and I'm probably gonna be adding some clothes and purses, and I added some Gucci slides. Those are dupes, so yeah, check them out. I told y'all niggas, since I inconvenienced you, let me give you a little extra off the top, unless I'm irritated. But yeah, so, excuse me, wait, hold on, my bad, girl. I'll eat some sunflower, please. Girl, some sunflower seeds. Yeah, I hurry up. I put the pedal to the motherfucking metal home, because I hate going home super late, because the parking garage gets very creepy. Now fast forward to the next day, right? I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna do that. But off the first meetup, I thought she was capping. Real contacts and connects, da-da-da-da. But she, you know, she had a few connections. They be something serious, because girl, just thinking about everything that happened, like, how did somebody steal your purse? Was it a real purse? I thought it was a fake Chanel. No shade, because I have a fake Chanel. But I'm like, girl, you let somebody steal your purse and you not tripping on it for real? Oh, you gotta have that money like that. I lost my mind when somebody stole my shoes. My shoes when I went to a pool party. So my Chanel, oh, I'm going, bitch, you going to hell. Y'all know how Instagram, when you about to type something, they do like, oh, you know what? I phone do that too. Basically, I'm like going back and forth. I'm typing like, hey girl, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. I don't know, whatever. You know, I'm just going back and forth like yes, no, maybe. So I'm so indecisive. If I need to make a decision, I will flip a coin. If I'm with somebody, we finna play rock, paper, scissors. Me and my daughter problems be solved by us playing rock, paper, scissors. When she be like, I don't know, it's whatever you want to do. I know. Rock, paper, scissors. Me and my friend too. Rock, paper, scissors. Let's do it. Let's do this, Johnny. But mind you, when I don't want to go, any little small inconvenience will make me be like, you know what, it's cool. I ain't gotta go. It's cool. You know what? No, I'm fine. I'll stay in the house. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Shit, ain't nobody gonna see me tonight. No new friends. No new friends. No. Shit, she did not want to get to know me, huh? Or she didn't even want to be cordial.